role in understanding the topics also, like table, columns, graphs. And here, do you know is that our lungs are made up of spongy in nature. Understood? Like a duster it will be there usually. So, and as I said here, these two lungs are not in same size. One lung will be little smaller compared to the right lung. Left lung will be smaller. Understood? Small. SMALLER. So in that, L represents the left lung. Understood? So right lung will be larger. If you remember, one will be reciprocal for that. And these lungs will be having left lung will be having smaller space. Why? Because usually heart is located there. So as I discussed in yesterday's class, heart will be located there, so that in order to give that space for the heart, lungs will be made a little smaller when compared to right lung. Left lung will be small here. And to protect these lungs also, to protect these lungs, there will be a membrane surrounding the lungs. So that membrane is known as pleural membrane. Pleural membrane. And between these two pleural membranes here, a fluid will be filled here. So that fluid is known as pleural fluid. So pleural fluid. And this fluid will help the lungs from injuries and shocks. Injuries whenever your friend may beat on your chest or near just above your stomach. So at that time, these fluids will be helping not to cause any damage for the lungs. So lungs are protected by rib cage also. Bones will be there, so it will be protected by rib cage. So this much importance is there for that lung. And each lung will be having a expansion property. That means it increases and decreases. Lungs will be increases and decreases, and also having long elastic muscle. Elastic long muscle will be present. That is the composition of that. And whenever you must have noticed that your own breathing will be slow and when you are at rest, but when you are running, your breath rate will be increased. And this will be seen whether you are stepping out steps in the school or in the apartment. Steps will be there. So if you go on to the steps, so you will be feeling that high breath rate will be getting. This high breath rate is due to high respiration process. Understood? And what will happen during these times? Usually, it has been found that all movements of breathing will stop at once, and the nerves will be leading to the brain, and respiratory respiration will be cut down. So, what will happen here? That means if all the nerves have been cut, usually, if all the nerves are cut down and the muscles are cut for respiration, nerves of brain and muscles of respiration have been cut. What happens for breathing? No breathing. Why? Because there is no coordination between nerves of brain and muscles of lungs. So there will be no any connection. What will happen here? Brain will be sending messages to breathe to the muscles. So muscles will help to the lungs to inspire and expire the air. That means inhale or exhale the air. So in this perspective, what will happen? Usually these all things will be making coordination process between nerves and muscles. But when nerves are not working, muscles are not working, there will be no any respiration. So that is the thing here. And in this process, what will happen? And with respect to this knowledge here, some questions are there in the textbook. We shall just answer. That means on the basis of brain, nerves, and lung muscles, if they are being cut, what will happen? That means brain nerves have been cut, lungs, the muscles of lungs has been cut. And in this perspective, what will be happening? That questions are there in textbook here. Those questions are important here. First question, what can be concluded from this? Here no coordination will be there. Coordination will be lost. What conclusion can we make here? Means here, so brain is there and lungs are there. So these are cut down and these are cut down. So what will happen? No any movement. Definitely there will be no any movement, coordination. That means the communication won't be there. For example, mobile battery has removed and a tower connection has been removed. Can we get any connection between mobile and this this pole? No, we cannot get. Why? Because pole completely current has been discharged, so there won't be any signaling. Battery, as if it is removed completely from the phone. So battery, if it is removed, means there is no power supply. So how can be the communication will be there? No, there won't be any communication. Similarly here for brain and lungs also, communication won't be there. So first question here, what can be concluded from this means there will be no coordination, there will be no communication. Next question, what happens during the process of breathing? During the process of breathing here, first thing you need to understand, just I'm making here. First thing, there are two processes, inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. So in inhalation, what will happen here, lungs will be, that means lungs will be having a membrane. Under that, it is called as diaphragm. This diaphragm, when it contracts, then it takes oxygen. That means it increases in size. And diaphragm, when it relaxes, it releases carbon dioxide. So when carbon dioxide is going outside, something is losing lungs. So what will happen? Lungs will decrease. Just breathing, you know, no? Breathing, normal breathing. Now also we will do. So that breathing only we are discussing, nothing complicated. Only words will make it complicated here. Just breathing only. Understood? So breathing, what we do usually here, we just inhale air and exhale our air. So in these cases, what will happen? Diaphragm will contract such that oxygen will get into our lungs. So something is coming into our lungs means definitely they will increase. Something it is losing means then it relaxes. So that losing will make lungs to be decreased. This is what for the second question. Coming to the third question here, which gas needs to be removed from the body during exhalation? Where does the extra amount of gas come from? For example, here, while we are breathing, we will take oxygen and other gases also. And while releasing, this oxygen again converts into carbon dioxide and goes outside. So what will happen here? 100 moles, for example, let I explain with a small slide. So here, if you see, inhalation, that means when air is entering inside, oxygen enters. For example, 100 moles of oxygen, that means 100 particles of oxygen entered. Then while carbon dioxide is coming outside, what will happen here? Oxygen definitely decreases. Why? Oxygen is needed for our body. So after utilizing that, carbon dioxide also enters. So how much carbon dioxide enters here? 0.03% carbon dioxide enters. And while coming here, 4% carbon dioxide, 0.4% carbon dioxide, it will increase. So can you see here, nearly 100 times carbon dioxide increased. So how does this extra carbon dioxide will come? That is only about in our body, respiration process will produce excess carbon dioxide. So outside carbon dioxide and inside already produced carbon dioxide will increase the percentage of that. Understood? And this is about the third question. Fourth question, what is the composition of inhaled air? Inhaled air composition will be usually oxygen will be there, outside carbon dioxide will be there, and if we are there near outside on the traffic, so we can get again nitrogen will be maximum will be there. So these three gases will be maximum. In that nitrogen will be 78% and oxygen will be 21 or 22%, and remaining 1% are carbon dioxide and other gases like argon, neon, stable gases will be there. So those gases will be there. 78% will be nitrogen, 22% will be oxygen, and 1% will be remaining other gases. In that, carbon dioxide will be included. This is what for answer for the fourth question. Fifth question: when exhaled air is compared with inhaled air, is there any difference in composition? Yes, same thing here. When compared to inhaled air and exhaled air, is there any composition? Yes, inhaled air consists of inhaled air. For example, I am rubbing this one here. Inhaled air we will just discuss here. The next, exhaled air. So in inhaled air, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. Here also oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. During inhalation, when we are breathing, usually we will breathe no inhalation. So in inhalation, oxygen will be nearly 22%. Carbon dioxide will be 0.04% or 3%, like that, and nitrogen 78%. Whereas in case of exhalation, we need already oxygen, so some part we will absorb in our lungs, so remaining we will send 16%. That means here 5% will be used in our lungs. This if we do exercise or gym, yoga or anything, we can increase to 15%. So that is the capacity of our lungs. And carbon dioxide here 0.04, here directly 0.4%. That much increases. Nitrogen anyhow 78%. How it goes, like it comes outside. Why? Because nitrogen have no importance in our lungs, in the respiratory system. This nitrogen does not have any importance in our respiration. Understood? The next, gases exchange at alveolar level here. This is also important topic we discuss. First thing here, gaseous exchange, how it will take. We discussed till now gas entering into the lungs, but what will happen in the lungs? In lungs you will be seeing here this kind of structure is known as alveolus. This big structure you are seeing, it is alveolus. Like this alveolus, nearly lorry full of sand. How much sand will be there? Lorry full. That many alveolus will be there in our lungs. So you can imagine that that many sand, lorry full sand of alveoli are there, alveolus are there, means here you can expect how many molecules of oxygen will be utilized. But only a glass full or a mug full of sand particle size alveolus will absorb oxygen. Why? Because we are not going doing exercises, gym or yoga, so that how can it absorb all the oxygen? So it won't absorb any oxygen here. So now what will happen here? Usually oxygen will be making entering into here. If you see, these kind of things are present in our lungs. If you see here small picture, this is the alveoli, the bigger alveoli. So one alveolus we are taking, alveoli plural, alveolus singular. So this is small alveolus we are now taking and maximized here. If you see these single line of cells, you can see, so these are called as epithelial cells. These are called as epithelial cells. Understood? And here it is known as blood vessel. This is blood vessel, and inside a blood vessel obviously blood cells will be there. So that is blood vessels, and this is what the compartment or the room for alveolus. Here only gases exchange will be taking place. First what will happen, can you see this arrow mark? From this arrow mark oxygen enters into our lungs. This is the lungs. Inside the lung what is happening, we are discussing that. So inside the lung what will happen, we are discussing that. So oxygen enters into the lungs. After that what will happen here, slowly this oxygen will bind with the blood. So at that time what will happen here, blood consists of a chief element known as hemoglobin. So hemoglobin will react with oxygen to give oxyhemoglobin compound. These concepts are important. Without these concepts, if you are going to write SSC, means nothing we can get. Understood? These concepts only important. Understood? This whole examiner will see, observe in your answer paper, but whether you are forming this compound or not, they will observe. If you are forming this compound, means here Hb plus O2, HbO2, nothing is there. A plus B equal to AB, like that. Usually that is the thing. HbO2, oxyhemoglobin. So oxygen enters into the blood vessel where blood is present here, and the blood consists of hemoglobin, one pigment which gives red in color for the blood, consisting of iron elements. So that will catch immediately the oxygen, and after that what will happen here, these kind of oxygen will make a binding such that this will be used by our body. Due to this oxygen present in the blood moves here and there throughout our body. So throughout our body oxygen will be supplied, and after that what will happen here, after utilization of oxygen, again we will exhale. While exhaling air, complete carbon dioxide whatever it is present in our body, it just comes outside through one more arrow mark. Can you see here? Through that carbon dioxide comes out. Understood? So oxygen enters into our lungs, thereby into alveoli, and it will bind with blood, and thereby it forms a compound called as oxyhemoglobin. And while moving outside, that means while exhalation, during respiration, second process is called as expiration or exhalation. At that time, same hemoglobin forms carbon dioxide compound with hemoglobin. So carboxyhemoglobin, here oxyhemoglobin, here carboxyhemoglobin. So carboxyhemoglobin will be mixed here again, then it brings that, and then it sends outside the nose. It comes outside the lungs and then by outside the nose. So such that what will happen here, gaseous exchange, if you see, gaseous exchange is happening. So this topic is called as gaseous exchange at alveolar level in the capillaries. So with this we have completed this important topic. 4 marks, definitely 4 marks will be getting in your exam. From 2014 also questions are there, definitely. If you watch or if you refer the annual examination question papers for SSC, definitely these question will be there in your question paper. Understood? This is all for today, and have a good day ahead.